Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to solve the problem maximum number of coins. Yes, this is a hard problem, but a small observation, a minor observation will make this question really easy. So we have given the n balloons and each with the number of coin associated with it. So on bursting a balloon I, the number of coin gained is equal to ai minus 1 into ai plus 1. Also, balloons I minus 1 and I plus 1 are now become adjacent. So find the maximum possible profit earned after bursting all the balloons. Assume an extra one at each one. So just skip this part. Just understand with an example. So here is example. So bursting a balloon. So whenever we burst a balloon at any index, number of coins we get is equals to previous coin into current coin into next coin. So that's why I've written bursting a balloon at index k will generate the coin ak minus 1 ak into ak plus 1. So now next. So let's understand the test case, how we will do this. So here we can see that if I burst the balloon 1, so what will be the number of coins generated? Coins will be previous 3, current 1, ahead 5. That means 15. So currently we have coins is equals to 15. So we will write that we have 3 into 1 into 5. Okay, so when I burst this, now the rest of the balloons will come adjacent to each other. So what will happen like this 3, 5 and 8 will come adjacent to each other. Okay, so now let's say I can burst any. Na? So now let's say we will burst 5. So 5 and burst, so coins will be 3 into 5 previous, current and ahead 5 into 8. So now other one will become adjacent to each other. So this will be 3 comma 8. Now let's say now at this point I will burst a balloon number with coins 3. So when I burst this, I can see that previous is nothing. So they have given in the question that if there is nothing present, we will consider it as 1. So previous will be 1, current will be 3, and add will be 8. Now other balloons will come adjacent. Now it will become 8. Now we can see if I burst balloon 8, there is nothing left. We will consider 1. There is nothing ahead. We will consider 1. So number of coins will be 1 into 8 into 1. So we will add up these. So this will become 167. So this is the maximum number of coin that can be generated. You can try many possible ways. Like you can burst first 5, you can burst 8, you can burst 3, then you can burst as many. So we have to burst until all balloons are removed. So this is just like question like we are dynamically uh, 3, like we are removing this, then we are collecting 3, 5, 8 together, and then something like 3, 8. But I think this can be done with an optimized approach. So let's understand how we can do this in something different manner. Okay, so follow me up. So let us make this process reverse. Let me write this as a reverse process. So initially 8. If I write it reverse. So at last 8 balloon was burst. So let's write 8. Now at last 3 8 balloons. Okay. Now at last 3 5 8. Okay. Now let's write 3 1 5. Okay. So when I was 8, what that means? My balloons 3, 5 and 1 was bursted. Because array was 3 1 5 8. I came to 3 after bursting all. So that means 3 5 1 was bursted. If I am at 3 8, that means my 1 5 was busted. Okay. Similarly, if I am at 3 5 8, that means 1 was busted. And here, obviously, nothing was busted because we are beginning the array like that. So, number of coins generated was 1 into 8 into 1, 1 into 3 into 8. Let's write that 1 into 8 into 1, 1 into 8 into 1, 1 into 3 into 8, and 3 into 5 into 8, and 3 into 1 into 5. Now, so this was something I have written the reverse process. So let's understand this reverse process. When I was at the last 8, so it means 351 was busted. When I was 3815 was busted. When I was 3581 was busted. And initially there was nothing. So these were the coins that were generated. So what that means, so whenever I was following the reverse process, I can see that at the end, I was at the balloon 8. And that means this is the last balloon which was left after the all the left 351 when was busted. So this was something like that. So let's minimize this text. So here, let's write the array as 3, 1, 5, 8. So what I will write, because they said if there is nothing is present, so I will consider as 1. So let's say I uh, I was at 8. That means 351 was busted. So consider this part as invisible. Consider this part. This is the approach that I'm telling you. In the reverse process, how we can approach this. If 315, consider 315 was busted, we are making this as part as invisible. So that means 8 was the last balloon which was going to be busted. So what will be the coins? Let's say pointer is here, another pointer is here. 1 into 8 into 1. So that means 8 was busted. Now, if we are traversing in reversal process, that means 8 was present initially. Before that, when the 8 was busted, before that 8 was present. So we will make this 8 present. Now, now, now in the next process, what we were doing? 3 was busted. So consider 3 was busted. So these all were going to be burst. In this point, at this point, 181 was going to be burst because we are doing a reversal process. So let's say now 3 is going to be burst. 3 will burst now. So when 3 will burst, what is the previous here? What is the add here? 8. So this will become 1 into 3 into 8. Okay. Now, if I add now fifth balloon, that means 1, 3 and 8, 1 were going to be burst and 5 is coming. 5 is now is bursting now. 5 is currently bursting now. So that means if 5 will burst now, what is a 5 previous? 3. What is a 5 ahead? 8. That means 3 into 5 into 8. Now next, let's say uh, 1, let's say these were going to be burst. So that means in this process, we can say that 5 was busted, and 3, 8 will be going to be burst ahead. So now, what we will do? Now 1 will appear. Now 1 will appear. What is the ones previous? 3. Ones ahead, 5. So that means 3 into 1 into 5. The number of coins we have generated. So just follow me up. So what we can see from here, that while doing the reversal process, when we add a coin, when we add a balloon one by one, let's say we have added 8, now we have added 3, now we added 5, now I've added 1. So that means when I'm adding the balloons, then I can get their previous and add and get the coins. Get the coins. So so how will you approach this? So we will maintain the pointers. So let's see how. Let's see. So here is a recursive approach like I am writing 1, 3, 1, 5, 8 and 1. Consider that this is the I pointer and this is the J pointer. So here I can see I can bus 3, I can bus 1, I can bus 5, I can bus 8. So what that means, at the last, what I'm trying to tell you, at the first step of the recursion, I will say that let's say I am busting 3. 3 is the last balloon that is going to be burst. Similarly, if I burst 1, so let's say if I burst 3, so consider this part as invisible. So I pointer will be here and J pointer will be here. So 3 is the last balloon which is going to be burst. So 3 will take this and 3 will take j plus 1. That is because 3 was the last balloon going to be burst. So it will take its previous and it will take its ahead because these were already eliminated and this was invisible. I am considering this is invisible. Why? Because this was already busted. 158 was already busted. Similarly, if I burst at this point, if I burst at this point, let's say 5. If I burst at this point 5, that means 318 was already busted and 5 is the last balloon that is going to be burst. If it is the last balloon, that means these were already busted. These were already busted and 5 will take this, 5 will take this. That's why we are taking I and j pointer at the beginning, at the end, so that we can take array of I minus 1 into array of, currently if I traversing k loop, so k into array of j. This is something like the approach that I'm telling you. So what will happen if the balloon is the last balloon is going to be burst and how will the recursion go ahead? So here we can see like 131581. Consider like that. Let's say I pointer is here. Let's say j pointer is here. Let's say I am bursting the 5 balloon. So if 5 balloon is burst, so what it will take? Number of coins will be array of I minus 1. Since this is the last balloon, so 3, 1, and 8 was visible, invisible. It was invisible. That is, these balloons are already bursted. So array I minus 1 into array k into array j plus 1. This one, this one. Now, this is a k pointer. This is a k pointer. So in the next part, what we will do, let's split this recursion into two. Yes, this recursion will travel for array, obviously, but for the pointer's sake, this pointer was I initially, but 5 is the balloon which is already busted. That means it can become the next, like I can put it like 1315. Let's say now this and this. So, like, let's say I am busting 5. 5 is the last balloon. So this is a something like configuration at the end. So if I add like at the end 3, then that means what? 5 will be its right part. 1 will be its left part. So 5 will become right part because when 3 was busting, 5 was not busted yet. 5 will going to be burst in future. So 5 will burst in going to be 5 will going to be burst in future. So 5 will be the right part and 1 will be the left part. So that's why the j pointer, currently the next iteration, j pointer will be k minus 1, and for this iteration j k I pointer will be k plus 1 and j pointer will remain as it is. So this is something like that I can put. So I can now explain the code. So how will you do that? So what we will do, like in this uh, function, I will initially insert a dot begin and at the what I was doing as usual, I was adding 1 at the beginning and the end so as to remain on safer side, right? If the balloon is left at the end, so that will take 1 1 from left and right side, as I said. Now I will push back. Okay. Now what I will do? Now see, like what where I was maintaining the I pointer like 315. This is 1 1. This is the 0th index, 1th index, 2th index, 3, 4 index. So I will 1th I, that means 1. This is the end. So I pointer is at 1, J pointer is at end because I can access them I minus 1 and J plus 1. Something like that. So what I will do, I will call the recursion for 1 comma n and I will pass the array. Now I into j vector int ampersand a. So now what we will say, what I was doing. So like here 13158. So I pointer is here, j pointer is here. So k will traverse here. So k will traverse here. So k will say, let's say 3 balloon was going to be burst. Or we can say one balloon is going to be bust, five balloon is going to be bust, eight balloon is going to be bust. So we can try many possible ways. So that's why we will traverse from k is equals to I, k less than is equals to j, k plus plus. Now, for every point, what I will consider? What I will consider? Let's say I am making a current. So what it will be? Number of coins will be generated ai minus 1, ak into aj plus 1 because what I was doing, like let's say 131581. So that means, let's say k is here. So that means these were already busted. So we will take I was here, j was here, I minus 1, j plus 1 into k. So what I will do, I will add this coin and what I will call recursion for, as I said, I comma. Since kth balloon was already busted, so we will do k minus 1 such that next time. So let us consider like this is the array 3158 and I am adding 1 at start and 1 at end. So here will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I pointer will be here, j pointer will be here. Let's say I am busting 5 here. So at the beginning, 318 are already busted. That means 318 were already busted. So number of coins will be generated. Array of I minus 1 into array of k into array of j plus 1. So this is the number of coin that is generated. Now let's say 1 fixed, 5 fixed, 1 fixed. So this is k, this is I, and this is j. Now, here we can see. So I is not here, obviously, I is ahead somewhat, and j will always be before that because we have taken here. So, like, I know that this will become whenever, let's say, 3 is now bursted. 3 was the second last balloon to be bursted. So when 3 was the second last balloon to be bursted, then that means 5 was the right part and 1 was the left part. So if we have to consider 5 as a left part, so we have to take array of I minus. So we will take this k and take this here such that if I traverse this loop, I can take I minus 1 and I can take j plus 1 because next time it will become j. Let's say I will take I k minus 1. So next time what it will become for the next loop, it will become j. So j will be k minus 1. So if I want to access when the 3 is busted, so I will access j plus 1. That means 5. Similarly, I can access k plus 1 comma j. Similarly, like that. Because if let's say here 8 is busted, so 8 will be the k plus 1 pointer, and let's say j is also here. So this will access this and this will access this. So that's why we have to make this. Uh, we will pass array and then f of k plus 1 comma j comma array. And what we will do? We have to take the maximum number of coin in all ways, and then we will just current and then we'll return answer. When we will, what is the base case here? Base case here is like when I exceeds j. If I equal to j, this is the also case when one balloon is going to be busted. So we will take the case if I is greater than j. So because we are incrementing I plus 1, k plus 1 and k minus 1. So somehow I will be greater than j at any moment. So if this become I greater than j, so we will take this as 0. Okay, so 0 coin will be generated for that. So let's compile and run. So this code has an exponential complexity, so we have to memorize the code. So for memoization, we have two parameters, I and j. So I and j can have maximum value as n. So we will take 2D dp. Now first parameter will be n plus 1. Similarly, second parameter will be n plus 1 because j can also go there. Now dp, now it will traverse vector int ampersand dp. And now if dp of ij is not equals to minus 1, return dp of ij. Now I will just skip the dp here, and okay, I will store the dp answer here. So let's run the code and memorize code. Yes, it is working. Let's try to submit. Yep, it is totally working fine. Yes, this question was hard, but the main aim was to just follow the reverse process. Instead of bursting one balloon, then we collect that, then balloon, then we collect that, then balloon, then we collect that. So this will become dynamic collection, which is not possible in some small complexity. So what we have done, we have followed reversal process. So just consider like that 8 was the first balloon to be burst. Instead of considering that 8 was the last balloon to be burst, you can consider that 8 was the first balloon to be burst. So we will take this one and we will take this one. Now 8 will become the right part for someone and left part for someone. This is something like the question. So this is all about the code. So please share and like and subscribe if you like the explanation. So thank you and have a nice day.